Join me this week as I spend time with and surprise some of my family members, as well as get an unexpected visit from someone I didn't think I'd be seeing for a while. Well, this is a little bit unexpected. You guys, I was not expecting to see this person as soon as I am. Fall is slowly giving way to winter here in Michigan. The lively beach town we spent the summer in our bus in seems and feels like a distant memory. Other than a few appointments and visiting some friends, I spend my evenings cozied up by the fire in my parents' basement. Although there's nothing more comforting than spending time by a crackling fireplace with a glass of wine, I've been spending a lot of time thinking if I'll ever feel at home here. Maybe a better question for me to ask of myself is, what does feeling at home even mean? What does home look like for me? To recap, I'm back in Michigan because I needed some dental surgeries, and it's just easier to get them done here than to transfer all these files over to a different dentist, and they don't know what's going on. So I had my dental appointment where they take the impressions of my new implants that are going in. Holy hell. I've had to do that before, but this time was the worst time ever. Not because they did a bad job, just because every time it's awful. They put this goo in a tray and then they set it in your mouth, and you have to leave it in your mouth for 7 minutes. So you can't really breathe that well. You feel like if you swallow, you're gonna get that goo in your throat. It's just a horrible experience. So this is the first time this has ever happened. But she put the top one on, which I guess is worse. I guess I just haven't remembered the other times I've had to do it. And I gagged. I gagged twice. I was freaking out because the last thing I want to do is throw up on this poor nurse. So she's putting the tray thing in my mouth, and I gag once and I'm like, oh shit, this could be really bad. And then I gagged twice and I grabbed her hand if I don't get this out of my mouth for right now, I might just throw up on you. She's like, it's okay, just take really deep breaths. Trying to stay calm and breathe and not throw up on her. Thank goodness I didn't. And then you can't talk or anything because that stuff's in your mouth. So I'm just starting to tear up. And it's just such a mess. I kept my hand on her arm for the whole 3 minutes I had to be in there. And once she took it out, I was like, I'm so sorry. I'm so embarrassed. I feel terrible. That probably had to be the worst dentist experience I've ever had. I'll just be so happy when all this is over. I hope I never have to do that again. I've always felt a comfort and calm when I'm near the water. Maybe it's because I grew up around it, or maybe because when I'm in it, I feel so incredibly small. And everything is deafeningly quiet, serene. I don't feel that sense of calm in my everyday life that often. There are many parts of me that feel like I don't belong here in my hometown. Maybe it's the fact that I don't want the white picket fence and 2 kids, or the fact that despite there being a church on every corner, I gave up religion years ago. Or maybe it's the fact that I just don't want to feel like I settled for a status quo that makes me feel less and less alive. The sun shines so nice, even though it's freezing.
for now, I'm spending time with my friends whose goals seem to be similar to mine. It helps me feel less crazy. Minnie Moo.
Neighbor. This is my friend Kyle's bus.
Look at, oh my gosh, it's come so far. Woo! Has a nice bed. Holy smoke. Oh. I have gold little handles that are gold bees that are cute. And then there's the holiday season. Chaos and nostalgia and differences of opinion, tradition, spending time with loved ones, and needing a nap after all of the talking and laughing. I know you understand. Being home during this time of year makes me realize that some of us could not be more different in what makes us feel comfortable, what makes us feel at home.
Look at you. Oh, so cute.
But despite all of this, I'm thankful to have a few people who get me. None of which feel more like home than...
Well, this is a little bit unexpected. I did not think that I was going to see this person as soon as I did. Like, right now. Danny's here. What a surprise for the holidays. Definitely was not expecting him to be here right now, but here he is.
With both Danny and I home, we can surprise and spend time with family who didn't know both of us would be here. And it was a beautiful experience.
He's alive!
Being home and feeling at home can be two totally different experiences. But I do believe both can be a person, place, feeling, or moment. And I'm so happy I know what that is for me. It's friends I feel safe with. Drinking a cold beer on my rooftop deck in the most beautiful locations. The feeling of home is Bali, the first travel experience we ever had. It's feeling like you can be yourself around people you just met. Home is my dogs, or any animal that will claim me as its mom. And home is us, Danny and I, in this beautiful bus. Two kids with a dream of something more. Home is all the places we haven't been, but our soul knows we belong. See you next week, fam.